Berachos Daf Beis. Welcome to the 6,000 new subscribers who just joined us in the last few days. Welcome to the original subscribers. We should all be zoicha together to start Shas and finish Shas with Mashiach b'meheira b'yameinu amen. I'd just like to take this opportunity to point out some of the amazing benefits of Daf Yomi and some of the reasons why people fall off of Daf Yomi and what they could do to overcome that. The saying is, it's not about the daf, it's about the yomi. Daf Yomi provides an opportunity to learn every single day of the year, even Motzei Tisha B'Av, Yom Kippur, Yom Tovim, Shabbosim, Sundays, vacation. Daf Yomi promises that you will become a better person, a better husband, a better wife, and a better father or mother. Daf Yomi, as Meir Shapiro intended, unites all of Klal Yisrael. And there's a special camaraderie between the people that come to Shir, and there's a special unification between you and the Tanoim and Amoraim, and especially between you and HaKadosh Baruch Hu. That the Yomi Shas, that is, encompasses all of Torah. You're not just learning halacha or agadah, but you're learning it all. As Tosfos points out, when the Gemara says Yash Lish Adam, a person should spend a third of his days learning. Tosfos says this means Gemara, which includes Mishnah, Torah, Nevi'im, Ksuvim, Agadah, Kabbalah. It encompasses it all. Every daf will bring a new concept that if you haven't done Daf Yomi, you probably never heard it before. When you travel, you'll see people learning on the plane, in the airport. 90% of the time, those are people who are learning Daf Yomi. There's nothing like starting off your day with a good Daf Gemara, 45 minutes to an hour of Torah. And finally, when a person sets aside time to have a date with Kaviyachal HaKadosh Baruch Hu, that's an amazing connection that you make with the Rebbeinu Shalom. And now, some of the reasons why people fall off the bandwagon. People say, the Daf Yomi is way too quick. I don't retain much. I've been learning this, I don't remember what I learned last week. Or they'll say, I'm used to how we learned in yeshiva. Lumdis. This is not the proper way to learn Gemara. You have to learn it slow with lumdis. These are all valid points. And I'm not going to get into whether you're supposed to learn like this, fast or slow. But the question is, what's the alternative? Are you learning every single day with the Chavrusa? Are you learning on Friday? Are you learning on Shabbos? Are you learning on Sunday? If the answer is no, then this is for you. The other question you have to ask yourself is, did you learn all of Torah? Did you learn all of Shas? When are you going to do that? And finally, the Zohar says, and the Chafetz Chaim brings him down, the Vilna Gaon talks about it, if somebody learns something in this world, when he gets up to Shemayim, he'll be able to learn that with HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and HaKadosh Baruch Hu will explain it to him even better. If you go through all of Shas, even if you don't remember it, even if you don't really understand it 100%, HaKadosh Baruch Hu will explain it to you even better. But if you don't learn it, they're going to be learning Chulin, Menachas, Zvachim, Taharis, Kachim, and you didn't learn it, you're not invited into the Shir. And finally, one of the pitfalls that people have is when they miss a daf, inevitably you will miss a daf. There's sickness, there's simchas, there's vacation. And a mistake that the Yetzer Hara makes people do is, he says, you have to make it up. Don't go back to the shir, let's make this up first because I don't want to have a hole in my Gemara, in my Masechta. And that's a big mistake. Skip what you missed, go back to the shir, go back to where Klal Yisrael is holding, write down what you missed, and you'll make it up at a different time. But today, you must skip. Don't fall for that. And don't be a perfectionist when it comes to Daf Yomi. Don't say, well, I didn't finish Masechta, I don't want to do this. I need to finish. Because at the end of the day, if you finish 2,700 daf versus 2,711, it's not the end of the world. It's better to do that than not to do it at all. And now, let's just jump in to the beginning of Shas. The Mishnah discusses Kriya Shema. The Torah says, Uveshach b'chov komecha, there's a chiyuv d'oraisa to say Kriya Shema twice a day. When you go to sleep, nighttime, and when you arise in the morning. And what is nighttime? The Mishnah in the Gemara brings down 6 shitas. The shita in the Mishnah says, Tseis HaKechavim. And the Mishnah uses a lashon of when the Kohanim who are Tameh, they go, they're toivel in a mikvah, and then after Tseis HaKechavim, they're able to eat truma. Until what point can they eat can you say Kriya Shema? Rabbi Eliezer says, until the end of the first Mishmar of the Malachim, the night is divided into three, so a third into the night. Chacham say, until Chatzos, halfway through the night. And Gamliel says, until Amud HaShachar, until the light of dawn. In fact, the Gemara says, Chachamim agree with Gamliel that the time is Amud HaShachar. But in order to distance people from an Avera, they made a siyag, they made a gather, and they said, you must say Kriya Shema before Chatzos. The same halacha applies to Hektor Chalav and Me'avarim, and to, in other words, when the Kohanim put the karbanos, the limbs on the Mizbeach, and certain karbanos that are only eaten for one day and a night, such as Chatas and Asham, the shear is until Chatzos, yet the real shear is until Amud HaShachar. The reason why our Mishnah starts with Kriya Shema of Ma'ariv and not Kriya Shema of Shachar is two reasons in the Gemara, because the Torah says Uveshach B'cha when you go to sleep, and then only afterwards Uvkumech when you get up. Or because by Brias Ha'olam it says Vayi Erev, first the night, and then Vayi Boker, the day. As we mentioned before, a Kohen can eat Truma after he's toivel, after Tzesek Achavim, and even before he brings the carbon, because the Torah says Uba Hashemesh V'tar. Unlike the typical meaning in the pasuk Uba, you would think means when the sun comes up. Uba over here means when the sun goes down. V'tar, and the Tzesek Achavim came the day the light is God. And now we'll go to the 6 shitas that the Gemara brings down. Rabbi Eliezer says the time of saying Kriya Shema is Shkia. That's when Shabbos comes in. Reb Meir in the first shita is slightly before Tzesek Achavim. That's when the Kohanim are toivel in the mikveh. Rabbi Shua says Tzesek Achavim, the middle shita. That's when the Kohanim can eat the truma. And Rabbi Chanina says after Tzesek Achavim, that's when poor people sit down to eat. And Reb Meir in the second shita says when you eat Friday night, that's slightly after that. And Rav Acha says this is the latest man. It's when people sit down to eat a weekday meal at night. Have a wonderful day. We should be zoicha to finish Shas together. Amen.